Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's CSBN broadcast between High Point Christian Knights and the Christ School Greenies. Alongside me is Ross Oakley. Unfortunately, Hunter couldn't make it out tonight, but we're looking forward to a good game here on our hands. Greenies are coming into this game at 9-7. They went 1-2 this over the break in the John Wall tournament that we mentioned a little while ago. And tonight they're looking to start off their must-win 3A games campaign here against High Point Christian, a solid team. Ross, tonight, I think we've noticed in the past, Greenies off to a little slow start this season. Weren't expecting that. Have 7 losses to a couple of good, really good teams. And so tonight, what do you think they need to do to get back on this hot streak that they found a little early in the season?
First off is communication. Got to communicate on defense, know where your screens are coming from, know where the ball is at all times. Got to communicate, know where your help is. That's something the Greenies have to do if they want to get back on this hot streak. They also have to push the ball in transition. Can't wait and take bad shots. They have to make their own shots and score in those crucial moments when the defense isn't set yet.
Yeah, you're right, and I think all of that comes, like you said, with communication. That's probably the biggest thing. I think, to me, the biggest thing the Greenies need to do is they got to want it. I mean, each game, someone's got to want it, and whoever that is, most times is going to come out on top. So Greenies so far this season, I think they've been accepting a couple of wins, or they want to accept that they're going to win. They're coming in not as confident as they should be, or in some cases a little too overconfident. But despite that, Greenies looking for a good game tonight. We'll be back here in just a couple of minutes for the player introductions and to get this thing started. And now the starting lineups. First for the Cougars from High Point Christian. Sorry about the miscommunication on that. But number 5, Landon Sutton. Number 12, Connor Smith. Number 15, Caleb Brooks. Number 21, Evan Cheek. And number 32, Jake Ledbetter. And now for the Greenies. Starting at point guard, number 0, Jalen LeCue. Number 1, Trey Austin. Number 3, Norris Berry. Number 23, Brandon Stone. And number 24, Justice Ashabul. Ross, so far from looking at the lineup here, the Cougars' tallest player is about 6'8" right now, and he won't be starting on the court. So obviously, from our opinion, we're not professionals or anything, but you would assume that the Greenies start off going inside.
Definitely, I think the lineup with both Brandon and Justice allows for something like that. They can work the ball inside, and they have shooters on the outside, so the Cougars cannot just load the lane. They have to respect the three-point shot, and that's something that Trey Austin and Norris Berry both bring to this lineup, along, as always, with Jalen LeCue.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of Jalen LeCue, him and, who was it, Brandon Stone. Yeah, they were both selected to the all-tourney team at the John Wall Classic this past December.
A powerhouse basketball tournament with teams like IMG, Cannon School. Big-time names were at that tournament. It's an honor to be
Hillcrest, yeah,
selected.
you're right. So we're going to get underway here tonight as Brandon Stone tips it off, but the Cougars are going to take possession. And Christ School is going to go no, they're going to start off in man as a backcourt violation by the Cougars, early turnover. But Christ School, we've noticed they continuously swap the defense. Coach Pelto still trying to figure out what the Greenies are more comfortable in, zone or man. So
I think that was a smart move by Coach DePelto coming out, looking like they were in a 2-3, and then switching it up on the Cougars, going into man-to-man.
So Barry with the ball for the Greenies at the top of the key. Greenies taking their time right now on offense.
You have two big men covered by one man.
And LeCue from deep.
That's a swisheroo by LeCue.
Yeah, you're right. LeCue, it's such a pretty shot. He'll pull up from anywhere, but, I mean, if you let him get inside the paint, as Barry gets a steal and the finish.
That's the energy we were talking about that the Greenies need to come out with in this full-court 2-2-1 press. Looking good, but Cougars break the press and can't get the layup to fall.
As Stone's going to take it up the court instead. So Stone with the ball now. He finds Barry. Barry, great defensive play right there as Austin fires a three. He misfires. And the Cougars retain possession. But Barry, I mean, that's what you like from a guy like him.
He's a tenacious defender. He's not going to let anyone get the best of him, as we saw with Zion Williamson, who greatly is a lot larger than him, but he didn't let Zion get an inch that was unearned.
You're right, as number 32, Jake Ledbetter, can't get it to go, but seemed like a little miscommunication there by Brandon Stone. So Greenies are going to keep possession, but yeah, we noticed a lineup change for the Greenies. Brad Halverson's going to start off on the bench, and instead Norris Berry will be checking in. But, I mean, that's a good sign if you have a shooter like Brad Halverson coming off the bench, as Brandon Stone keeps possession. He passes it to Ashabul.
As we were talking, the Cougars subbed in number 23, Andrew Riggs.
And the height advantage really being showcased here so far. And a jump ball, so Greenies will keep possession.
Like we've been saying, this is what they need to come out with energy, fight for those 50-50 balls, and ultimately win them if they want to keep this, if they want to get on a streak.
And getting up early is a big key.
Seems to be something wrong with the Christ School books. Two referees come over to check it out.
Yeah, so High Point Christian, a 3A team. Greenies are going to need a win if they want to keep their hopes of a high seeding later in the state tournament. And speaking of that, they play Providence Day tomorrow. We'll just go ahead and let y'all know about that. Providence Day is going to come in as a really good team. They've got a couple good players in Trey Worth and Devin Dotson. Devin Dotson, one of the best point guards in the state of North Carolina. He will be going to Kansas. So if you all want to tune in tomorrow about 1 p.m., you'll be watching two of the best point guards go right at it in a good game. So Greenies going to keep possession. Just couple minutes in here. Greenies up 5-0.
Trey Austin will inbound the ball.
And the Greenies just going to work it around the outside, trying to find the inside.
Jalen McHugh is jumping over there calling for it, but Brandon hits the hook shot.
Gets his own rebound and puts that back in. You're right. That's why he averages a double-double.
Such a big frame like that. Not many people think he can shoot, but that is something that he has used to his advantage. Almost a secret weapon for the Greenies.
And Ledbetter brings it up the court as number 12, Connor Smith, he gets that basket to go. So Greenies now up 7-2 as Stone gets the ball again. And he gets it stripped, so Cougars with the ball. And number 32, Ledbetter fires but can't get to go. And Barry's going to grab that rebound.
The Greenies have a huge height disadvantage in the corner, or on the blocks they're not taking care of. But Jalen McHugh drives and gets that one to fall.
Yeah, you're right. Cougars are going to stay in that 3-2 zone just to try to mess with the Greenies as they continue to pass it around the perimeter.
And Justice, with the fancy footwork, kicks that ball out of bounds. Number 2, Kyle Watkins subs in for number 23, Andrew Riggs.
And number 15, Caleb Brooks, he gets a nice little 3 to go. And LeCue's going to bring it up for the Greenies. So Greenies still seems like they're trying to figure out how to get inside. I mean, they're finding Stone and not finding Ashabol as much, but they're continuously passing around as Barry fires a 3. Can't get to go, but Ashabol goes up high for that.
Ball was tipped. Norris will get it back in the backcourt.
And another 3 ball for the Greenies. Can't get that to go either, but Ashabol mishandles it. So Greenies continuing to shoot the 3 as 32. Jake Ledbetter can't get the putback to go. And LeCue. Oh, LeCue.
Did draw the foul, though. He wanted more, though.
LeCue, he just about had another poster.
That definitely would have been on overtime tonight.
So LeCue's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Try to extend the Greenies' lead. That's the first foul of the evening so far as number 2, Lash, number 30, Craig, check in.
Trey Austin and Brandon Stone will come to the bench.
Yeah, so Coach DePelto going to keep some subs and keep the rotation moving. Everybody gets a rest as LeCue makes both of his.
Greenies stay in this full court press, eventually trapping on the side.
As
the Cougars gets a hand on that one.
Yeah, the Cougars can't really seem to get anything to go so far in this game as Barry thought about a 3 and he drives to the rim and gets a nice layup.
Good strong athletic drive from Barry there.
Yeah. It's a great sight to see as he continues to attack the rim. I think that's what we've noticed so far in the previous games. He's been attacking a lot more instead of settling. So Cougars with a timeout.
Now, Will, what do you think the Greenies can improve on from that couple minutes of play?
I think they're settling. I mean, we saw it right now. We just saw Norris Berry and Jalen McHugh attack both times. Jalen drew the foul. Norris found himself with 2 layups. Other than that, I mean, Greenies seem to be settling a lot from the perimeter. There's really no need for that. They can easily dominate inside. It's just a matter of if they want to and their ball movement. So
I gotta say the same thing. They have to look for Justice Agerbo in the post because of the severe height advantage that he has.
Yeah, and for the Cougars, as Barry gets another layup. For the Cougars, I think they need to improve. Well, defensively, they're doing a good job with the hustle and trying to contain the size for the Greenies, but offensively they're just not getting anything to fall. As Barry with a steal. As Barry fires a three, he gets that to go, and Barry with 9 points.
He's on fire tonight, and that will be another timeout from High Point Christian.
Yeah, that's 9 of 18 Christ School points coming from number 3, Lawrence Barry.
The Greenies will go up 18-5 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left remaining. The Greenies have seemed to come out after that timeout with a lot more energy. What do you think Coach DePelto told them?
I think he said just to attack, and that's what it looked like. Greenies they're staying in the zone in the press break, or the press, sorry. And so I think that's what's leading to these offensive fast breaks. And so far, I'd have to say they have about 6 or 8 fast point breaks, which is right now the difference.
It's nice to see the Greenies come out, play very hard, tenacious defense. High Point Christian still looking to find that press break that may get them through. The Greenies looking to keep the foot on the gas.
Is it foot on the gas or is it foot on the pedal? How's that expression go?
I'm not sure. I struggled midway through that sentence.
That's all right. As the Cougars take a mid-range at number 21, Evan Cheek. He gets that one to go.
Jalen LeCue is going to bring this up. Barry has looked to settle most of the offense tonight, something we haven't seen, playing a true point guard while Jalen is over at the shooting guard position, but we know why now.
And yeah, Jalen from the exact same spot last time. That's nothing but net. It's just a pure shot. As they almost force another turnover, but the Cougars beat the press, and Ajabol, two-hand block, and another block.
Anytime you come into the lane, you have to be worried that number 24 is there protecting the rim.
Yeah, but number 3, Sayed Dalton, he gets a 3-ball to go as LeCue with a half-court pass. And then a foul by Barry, but Justice Ajabol, what a display of athleticism right there. And he's going to check out with that. And number 4, number 11, and number 23 are going to check back in, but this is first sight of Halverson and Thompson on the court.
Both of them add something by themselves. Number 4, Kojak Thompson, very athletic player, very tenacious, hustler, and number 11 is a shooter through and through.
As Lash gets a tough rebound, and he finds Kojak, who pushes up the court, and Stone with the fancy footwork right there by the big man, number 23. He gets the layup. So number 21, Cheek again, he can't get it to go, and Lash is going to bring it up the court. Lash a little out of control right there. And number 3, Dalton misfires, but Lash again, he's going to push it back up the court. He finds Craig.
No fear.
And Craig couldn't get the and one to go, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Ben Craig, another one of these kids on the Greenies who can shoot the lights out of the gym.
But you know what I'm happy about that last play was, yes, they turned it over. They got back, forced a turnover, but 4 Greenies were running down the court, they were running the fast break, which is always a good sign. If you get your big man down the court, it's a good sign.
Number 1, Cole Watkins will check in for number 15, Caleb Brooks.
So Craig. Gets that one to go as well. So just under a minute now in the first quarter. Greenies with a commanding 25-10 lead. But we've seen this in the past where the Greenies get a nice lead. And
that'll be a travel on number 5, Landon Sutton.
Yeah, it looked like he double dribbled there.
That's what defensive pressure does to teams. They have to move faster than they'd like. The Greenies are setting the pace on how they want to play basketball tonight.
You're right, and that's why they're in a very serious lead.
High Point Christian is in a man-to-man defense.
So number 4, Thompson, is going to find Halverson finds Stone in. Stone.
Tough layup, but gets it to fall.
Yeah, a lot of contact down low.
Looks like number 22, Andrew Gordon, even got a hand on it, but Stone was too strong.
And Craig gets a steal. He finds Thompson, and Thompson gets the layup. Thompson's on the stat sheet now. He's got 2. And 21, Cheeks. Oh! Number 22, Andrew Gordon, rose up on the back of Stone. Wow.
Oh.
Did not expect that of him.
I don't think Brandon did either.
Andrew Gordon, their tallest player, coming in at 6'8". Was that Andrew Gordon or was that Cheek? Okay.
I think that was Andrew Gordon.
Yeah, what a play, though.
The Greenies, obviously, 17-point lead going into the second quarter. What's going right for them?
I would say they've limited their turnovers compared to previous games. They're dominating the board defensively, and they're attacking the rim and fast breaks. I mean, everything the Greenies are doing right now is a good sign, and they only have 1 foul so far, but it's been some good basketball so far tonight. Love watching this.
There will not be a lineup change for the Greenies coming into the second quarter.
So the Cougars are going to start off with the ball here in the second quarter. And another turnover.
Good defensive pressure there by Kojak Thompson.
So Greenies now with their first possession of the second quarter. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these next couple of games, Russ. It'll be a true test of the Greenies' ability as a turnover there.
Definitely playing some of the best teams in the state in Providence Day and Asheville Christian Academy. It'll be a tough test to see what the Greenies are made of, but I think they're ready for it.
And Stone, he blocked Gordon as Gordon then fouls him, but great play there by Stone. I think the best part about this game so far is that the Greenies are playing tough. I don't think they want to be pushed around anymore. I think people are starting to maybe doubt their capability because of coming in this season ranked in the top 30 teams in the nation.
They're definitely not letting their mistakes haunt them. They're playing aggressive basketball.
As Halverson shot deep 3, but then
that'll be an over the back on Brandon Stone. Looks like he was going for a putback dunk like he had on him at the end of the first.
But yeah, I'm excited for the Providence Day game tomorrow as well, but also some upcoming games against conference teams, like you said, ACA as number 5, Sutton. He gets that three-pointer to go, but these conference games, and those are always enjoyable to watch, always high intensity, and when the students get involved, that makes it even better.
Those definitely, students love going out to those games because they just mean more, almost.
Thompson pump fake, and the floater,
Ooh.
Soft touch right there for Thompson.
Nice little double clutch as Coach DePelto will send a platoon of Greenies to the scorer's table, but that will not stop the ones on the floor as they run the fast break.
And Craig, he adds himself to the stat sheet as well. All Greenies getting involved.
This press seems to be working magic for the Greenies in their recent struggles to stop teams.
And Cheeks can't get it to go, but he's going to get his own rebound and draw the and one. So Cheeks will go to the line to shoot an extra one. And
5 Greenies in, 5 Greenies out. And number 12, Connor Smith will check in for number 22, Andrew Gordon.
yeah, and tonight we're going to see number 33, Gabe Wisnitzer on the court early in the first half.
Wisnitzer from Salem, South Carolina, making an entrance. Big men, maybe trying to take advantage of the height advantage that the Greenies have.
Yeah, so Greenies, I like this substitution so far. and the rotation that they have going. I think it's a good way to get some extra people some minutes, but at the same time keep those starters in.
Keeping legs fresh is something Coach DePelto needs to do if he wants to be able to play Providence Day well tomorrow.
So Greenies going to throw this one in as LeCue gets the ball at the top of the key. And I mean, I'd be afraid to guard Jalen LeCue, not because I'm afraid of getting dunked on, but I mean, he's just so nifty, you don't know which way he's going to go.
Definitely, his athleticism is something that is rare to find in high school basketball players, and he has the ability to make a play wherever he is on the court.
And Wisnitzer with a block. Good defense right there as Cougars pass it around, and a nice cut there by number 1, Watkins, but he can't get it to go, so Greenies will take the ball up the court. And LeCue settles for a 3. I think.
And Gabe Wisnitzer with the exhibition dunk. He just wanted to show the High Point Cougars that he can, in fact, dunk it.
Well, Wisnitzer's going to pick up a foul right there. So Greenies turn it over. They've got 3 fouls so far this second quarter as the Cougars still trying to figure out this press break. So a turnover for the Cougars yet again. They've got a number of those so far. I bet that's upsetting and frustrating a lot of the players as they sort of look shell-shocked. But nonetheless, Greenies take over the ball again.
Jalen LeCue will bring it up.
And Ajabol loses it again. Ajabol just not handling the ball too well tonight.
Against smaller players, he can't afford to put the ball on the floor like that. He's got to keep it high and up top.
As number 32, Ledbetter, misses everything. And Barry, 4-3. Can't get it to go, but Ajabol gets it, and he gets a layup.
Ajabol, someone who gets better almost by the game, it seems like. He's really finding himself as a basketball player.
I think this year we've noticed that Ajabol I don't think he dunks it as much. Not that he can't, it's just he chooses not to, and he's become a lot better of a shooter this year than last year, and that's a great sight to see as a jump ball's called. And Stone's going to check in for number 33, Wisnitzer. So the starting lineup's back on the court for the Greenies, and the Cougars still trying to find some success on the court, still trying to figure it out. Looks like the Greenies have slowed down a little bit this quarter, trying to settle into this game as Austin fires a 3, and Ajabol gets shoved, and then Stone gets shoved as well, so.
I'll be on the floor. That foul's on number 2, Kyle Watkins. And number 22, Andrew Gordon, will head to the scorer's table to check in for number 1, Cole Watkins. I have a feeling that Cole Watkins and Kyle Watkins are twins, both seniors.
So LeCue's going to settle the ball. And now if the Greenies, if they get off the starts like they did in the first quarter with all of that intensity, they're going to be able to play up to anybody's level.
Definitely. I think that's something Coach DePelto told them is we have to come out strong here and we have to keep it going all game long.
And Ajapol with a rebound, and he's getting just hacked down low. So that's foul's going to be on number 12, Connor Smith, his second. That's the team's 5th. For those of you who don't know, we'd like just to ask for you to keep keep Mrs. Willard and Mr. Willard in your prayers, as Mrs. Willard has been sick recently, and Coach Willard is with her right now, so unfortunately he's not here, as Austin gets a 3 to go. But we ask for you to keep them in your prayers and thoughts, and so is the whole entire Christ School community as well. 32, Ledbetter. He finally gets his shot to go.
Greenies will keep the lead of 17 they had going into the second quarter with 2 minutes left to play.
And Austin, same location,
Heat
same
check,
shot.
gets it to go.
And that's what we've mentioned earlier. Hunter and I talked about this last time, Ross, was Trey Austin's ability to shoot the 3-ball this year. As number 0, Robertson, he gets a 3 to go. So a little shootout right now. This is always fun to watch.
Trey Austin definitely someone who has grown as a shooter since he's come to Christ School and done it well.
As LeCue with the ball. LeCue finds Austin in the corner. Another 3, and he gets that one to go. Austin with 9 quick points.
Austin is on fire right now.
And Cougars are right now able to break this press, as Robertson can't get to go, but Gordon tried to get that one. So LeCue looking as Barry has it. He finds Austin.
Austin did not shoot that one.
Yeah, that was probably a good decision right there.
But Brandon will take his chance, and he doesn't get it to go.
And there's going to be a foul on Ashable. That's going to be his first.
And Ajabo will sub out for number 11, Brad Halverson.
So Robertson's going to take it up for the Cougars. Tries to step back on Halverson. Good defense right there. And Ledbetter fires a 3. Can't get it to go, but LeCue, he reaches up high for that one, and he's pushing it up the court. He's continuously driving in. Wow. I don't know what happened there, but no foul was called, as Barry gets the ball, and he gets fouled going up. A lot of contact right there in the paint.
Like we've been saying, the Greenies playing a really physical game, not shying away from that contact.
You're right, but it seems like a frustrated Cougars team's they're gonna play with a little more contact and a little more physicality. Nonetheless, Barry will go to the line to shoot 2. And he does not get the first one, but number 5, Landon Sutton, he'll check in for the Cougars. Gordon's gonna check out with 2 fouls. And Barry can't get the second, but Greenies get the rebound as Halverson fires a 3. Can't get it to go. But Austin, another offensive rebound, and they're going to reset, I believe. Yep. 12 seconds now. LeCue with the ball. He's going to recognize the clock.
Look for the last shot of the half.
And 1 by Jalen LeCue. Great recognition there. Saw the clock. Saw his opportunity to beat his defender. Got to the basket. Made a shot. He's going to get a little bonus from the line.
Jalen, he can finish with the best of them. He has the touch like I've never seen before almost.
But, yeah, Jalen, honestly, not filling the stats as much as he has in the past, as Ledbetter. A little buzzer beater action. I bet that feels good. So Greenie's going to go into half with a 20-point lead. What have you noticed so far in this first half?
Energy. That's what the Greenies have come to play with, and they've got a lot of it. They've pushed the ball. They've pressured the ball defensively. A good sign from the Greenies. They've really controlled the pace of this game. High Point, they've gotten better at breaking the press, starting to break it a little more. Don't know if that's going to cause Coach DePelto to back off of the press a bit, but anyway, the Greenies have played with a lot more energy.
Yeah, you're right. And I think the difference that second quarter was Cougars limited their turnovers. I mean, it looks like the Greenies gave up a little more than they wanted to. So, nonetheless, Greenies with a comfortable lead. And so far, I think we've noticed Jalen LeCue, not as many stats, but I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of assists. Not as many points as he has been. He's been averaging, coming into this game, about 20 points and about 8 rebounds and 6 assists. He's got at least 6 assists so far. And Stone as well, he's a little below average so far, but it's a good sign when you got a 20-point lead and your 2 top scorers aren't doing as well as they normally do. That means that the ball is being shared and people like Austin are going to get hot, and Barry.
It means the team's playing well, and that's something you like to see. Get these guys minutes, get them ready if they ever need to be, and when they need to be, they will be ready.
Oh, you're right. And when you have some depth in your bench, it's going to go a long way, especially for the Greenies in the strength of schedule this year. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes to start the second half. Keep tuning in. We'll see you in a little bit. And we're back for some more second half action here in the Greenie Dome. Getting started here. Cougars are going to start off with the ball. Greenies still up by 20.
Still in that man-to-man defense that worked so well for them in the first half.
And Ajabol, another two-handed block. It's his fourth of the game as number 0, Robertson. He's a pure shooter. As Stone, what a pass.
What a finish.
Oh, it's a perfect combo for a perfect night. Well, if the weather was better, it'd be perfect.
It is brutally cold out here, ladies and gentlemen.
And Ajabol, ooh, gets called for the foul, so that's going to be his second. Ajabol. An early foul here in the second half, but I guarantee he'll stay in.
No need to pull him with 2.
Especially in a game like this. But, yes, like you said, this weather is brutal. For those of you who couldn't make the trip up to watch this game, don't worry. I think you'll find it more enjoyable from the comfort of your warm home. As number 21, Cheek, he gets both of those to go. So, Greenies coming out with the energy we saw in the first as Ajabol, he slams it down. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry for getting loud there, ladies and gentlemen. That was impressive.
He brought the ball up to about the top of the backboard and threw that sucker down. That's what happens if you leave him open, as Robertson can't get his other one to go, but Ajabol dominating this third quarter.
He came to play.
Austin for 3. Can't get to go, but Ajabol thought it could get the putback. Stone tries to get the putback, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Greenies, that looked good so far. I mean, if you're a fan of basketball, you gotta like this game. You gotta enjoy this game so far. As Stone gets his first.
Number 22, Andrew Gordon, will check in for number 21, Evan Cheek.
Yeah, so LeCue now, I believe he might be at a double-double. I know he has a quiet 10 points, and that just shows the impact he has on a game. Barry has 9 of his own, and along with Austin, and Stone with a number of points, as well as another Cougars turnover.
Stone with 6 points in the first half. Add that big dunk, and we've got 8 points for the night. LeCue calling for the screen.
And Stone jacks up another shot, but that one goes in.
Gets his 10th point of the night.
Stone, he's just so good around the rim. It's incredible as Ajabol didn't get the block, but number 12, Smith, he gets the putback. LeCue with the ball. He's going to shoot a deep 3. That was almost in as Barry gets the offensive rebound, and he's going to go to the line. So Greenies continuing to dominate the boards, both offensively and defensively. And I think that's the biggest thing we've noticed. And if they can do that in games, that's incredible. And more games this season and just keep that consistency, it's going to be hard to stop them. As timeout by the Cougars early here in the third quarter. That's their third timeout.
That'll be Barry's 10th point of the night. 10th point, rather, sorry.
So an energetic start to this third quarter. I think all the fans here are glad to see that the pace has continued, hasn't slowed down too much.
This kind of basketball is fun basketball to watch. Fast breaks, dunks, that's what a lot of fans here came to see.
And well, that's what's been the sort of the Greenies' reputation in the past couple years. Dunks, blocks, fast break, wins.
We've definitely got all but one of those things tonight. Looking to get the last key to that. And Barry will take his second free throw of the night, or of this series, I guess. And gets that one to fall.
So the Cougars turn it over again, and LeCue gets the ball with a little bit of jelly right there for LeCue.
A little bit of jelly from the Jam fam.
And Ledbetter finds Gordon, tries to body Ajabo, but that doesn't work, and LeCue is fouled.
Kojak Thompson and Brad Halverson will check in for Justice Ajabo and Trey Austin.
And Gordon's going to check out. Brooks is going to come in for the Cougars. And the Greenies going to try to add to this lead of 25.
Playing very solid basketball coming out of the locker room in the second half.
LeCue with the ball in the corner, and they're going to swing around the perimeter. Christ School's ball movement just looking great right now.
Brad Halverson with a little driving kick.
And LeCue misses the layup, but his pal Stone right there to back him up.
Two big additions for the Greenies basketball team this year. Both have played well all season and have been cornerstones to this team.
And you're right, but the biggest, I think the coolest part about all of this, Greenies are playing without any seniors on the team.
Definitely, we're hoping to have every Greenie back next year to improve the team and the chemistry that they have.
So Cougars find Ledbetter around the rim, can't get it to go, and then number 12, Smith, he's going to go to the line shoot two. That's going to be Lawrence Berry, number 3, his second, team second.
That's just a price you pay playing this tough, aggressive basketball is you're going to foul. And what great teams do is they're able to keep it in check. Not foul too much, but still play very aggressively.
So Smith, he's going to get both of those free throws to fall as the Greenies. And offensive charge there on LeCue. In the blink of an eye, Greenies turn it over again. That's his first interesting call. I didn't see too much there. As Ledbetter gets a 3 and hits nothing. But great hustle there by Smith to keep it in, and Ledbetter gets the ball back. He drives in, can't get to go, and Barry fights for the jump ball.
The possession arrow will be the Greenies.
Yeah, so good rebound there by Norris Berry, number 3, and the Greenies going to take possession, hoping to add to the 25-point lead that they seem to be stuck on. As LeCue, step back 3, and that's just a pure shot.
It's a swisheroo by LeCue.
You're right, but LeCue, I mean, I want to say that's 15 now, and you don't notice that as much as some other players.
It's very quiet from LeCue. It's almost normal to see him score.
Seems like so far everybody's doing their part for the Greenies as Thompson. LeCue with a fancy pass to Halverson, who can't get the 3 to go. Would have been an incredible play. But the Greenies, they're getting every single look they want, as number 0 Robertson can't get it to go. But Smith with another putback. Smith, a great hustle player for the Cougars. He's getting a lot of extra points just from these offensive rebounds. And LeCue's fouled. Yeah, you're right. I mean, Smith, he's a hustle player. I give him props. He's been going to work all game.
Brandon Stone and Norris Berry will check out for the Greenies, bringing in Peter Lash and Ben Craig.
Yeah, small lineup now for the Greenies. They're going to take out all the bigs. Got a couple shooting guards and point guards in right now. As LeCue
will get called for the travel.
A lot of contact in the paint. Refs are letting them play. It's always interesting to see how teams react when that happens ever so often. And Cougars pass it around to number 3, Dalton, but he can't get it to go when number 12 Smith's going to get called for a foul. That's Smith's third foul.
Number 21, Evan Cheek, will check in for number 15, Caleb Brooks. Greenies moving the ball around. Don't want to settle for anything. Want to take good shots as Kojak Thompson misses on the drive.
Yeah, good take there, though, by Thompson. Just a little unlucky.
Playing physical, not shying away from contact, which is something that the Greenies have done in some of their games this year.
As number 5, Sutton, he gets a deep 3 to go. I will say, Cougars are a good shooting team.
They are.
They haven't missed too many shots the second quarter and third quarter combined, as Halverson, a little fancy move there on the baseline. But Cougars, they struggled in the first quarter. I think the slow start hurt them. Other than that, I mean, they've been shooting just as well as the Greenies have. The turnovers and the slow start is the difference. As Sutton again, in and out, and LeCue's going to take the ball up the court. He's coming full speed ahead to Thompson in the corner.
Bang, gets that one to go.
And another timeout by the Cougars as the lead for the Greenies grows to 28 with just over a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Good start for the Greenies the second half, continuing to add to that lead.
Something that I think has helped the Greenies tremendously is ball movement, making the defense run from one side of the court to the other, and then when they're a little slow on their reaction, taking that shot and making sure it counts. Coach DePelto, I'm not sure what he'd have to say to his boys.
Whatever he said before the game and at halftime, it's working. And that's good to see that the team's working together. Everybody's getting on the stat sheet, and there's nothing more you could ask for as a coach. You've got to be just ecstatic with how your players have been playing.
We have number 33, Gabe Witznitzer, in for Jalen LeCue, number 0.
Greenies going to stay in more of a soft press as number 12 Smith fires a mid-range and can't get to go, but
scrap for the loose ball, but is recovered by the Greenies.
And Lash with the nice layup with a great pass from Kojak Thompson. Thompson so quick, gets to baseline so quickly and so easily. Excuse me. As Cheeks has the ball.
Misfire there, and Kojak Thompson on the board.
And what a pass to Peter Lash again, who gets 2 quick layups.
The student section is going bananas when Peter scores. Fan favorite, I must guess.
And Robertson can't get his to go, but number 3, Dalton, he goes up high to get that rebound.
Brings it down. He'll be shooting 2 with a foul on Kojak Thompson.
Yeah, that's Thompson's first foul, but number 3, Dalton, only 6'3", and I mean, he's going up high to get those offensive rebounds.
Number 2, Kyle Watkins, and number 1, Cole Watkins, will check into the game.
So, number 3, Dalton, he gets both of those free throws to go. Lead now only 30 for the Greenies. Just about 30 seconds left as Thompson has the ball. Greenies maybe looking to sell for just one last shot as Lash to Thompson to Craig, and the Greenies are moving it faster than I can speak as Thompson step back, but
they'll get him for a charge, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Thompson might have pushed off. Although the Greenies might have a couple turnovers this third quarter, beginning of the second half, I don't think there's too much to complain about as this quarter closes out with just 15 seconds left. And
Brad Halverson pokes that ball loose, and he'll run the floor. Needs to bring it back out as he did not have numbers.
Thompson, a little out of control, and Cheek gets it, and Cheek's going to score a layup just as time expires. So
the Greenies going into the fourth quarter with a 28-point lead. Not too much more you could ask, Coach Chapelto can ask from Christ School.
No, not at all. I mean, it's been an easy game for us to commentate. It's been enjoyable. I mean, anytime the Greenies play this well, it's always a good sight. It's too bad some of the fans couldn't be out here to watch this game, but bet you it'll be packed tomorrow.
Definitely. Like we said, big-time game. You're seeing Jalen LeCue, Devin Dotson, two big names in college basketball, both with Kansas offers. One is signed. Jalen is not yet decided, but could be future teammates battling it out tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. It's always interesting to see. But, I mean, there's three great point guards in the state of North Carolina, and Kobe White, Jalen LeCue, and Devin Dotson. When you get to see two of them on the same court at the same time, that's something pretty cool. So I would recommend all of you watching right now, tune in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I don't think you'll regret it. I think it's going to be a really good game.
I definitely think so as well.
PDS ended up only losing to Greensboro Day by 1 point in a low-scoring game, but we lost. The Greenies, ended up losing by around 12 as number 3 Dalton gets that basket to go. Halverson for 3, in and out as Wisnitzer
tries to put it back falling.
Yeah, throws that one back up. Couldn't get it to go. So, number 2, Kyle Watkins, misfires on that 3. Seems like Halverson hasn't been as hot as he has in the past, and maybe it's because of a slow start, but Thompson fires from deep, and the Greenies now 0 for 2 to start this fourth quarter as Cheek.
Looks like a little miscommunication by the Greenies. Didn't know who was supposed to pick him up, and he sliced right through the defense.
I believe we actually have this roster wrong, Ross. This whole game we've been referring to number 21 as Evan Cheek, but I think it's Bryson Thomas who is wearing the number 21 today.
Oh.
So I apologize to those High Point Christian fans watching. But number 2, Watkins, he gets that basket to go. Yeah, sometimes Ross and I don't get the updated version. That's all right, as the Greenies now only lead by 22. But Halverson makes that 25 with that dagger 3. Well, not as much as a dagger, but, you know, all of Halverson's shots always seem to come at a good time.
Just like his brother, when the Greenies need a 3, they will call on him.
And Greenies with some good defense, but Watkins gets the ball, drives, and a reverse layup. Nice shot there, and he'll go to the line to get a little extra.
That foul will be on Gabe Witznitzer. That will be his second of the night.
And he gets the free throw to go. Greenies with the ball now, passing it around, trying to find the inside in Witznitzer.
Witznitzer gets it out to Kojak, back to Brad, who will drive and get a circus layup to go.
Yeah, tough shot there, but he fought through the contact and got the basket, so great stuff there by Brad Halverson. Greenies still up by 24, just under 6 minutes, as Thomas can't get to go, nor can Smith, but finally Smith gets it. Greenies, seems like they're refusing to box out this fourth quarter.
See, too many second chance points for the Greenies. Got to box out, and Brad Halverson was fouled shooting that three-pointer. He'll be going to the line to shoot 3. Number 12, Connor Smith, his fourth of the night.
Yeah, so it looks like Gordon's going to check back in. And Halverson can't get the first free throw to go. Greenies, a little struggle from the line tonight. But they haven't been to the line as much as they have in previous games, but nonetheless, they're usually a solid free throw shooting team as he gets the second one to go.
And he will get his third shot to fall.
So Cougars with the ball. And Watkins fires, can't get it. Thomas with the rebound, and he gets that one to go. So
those second chance points.
Bryson Thomas.
Those second chance points are coming back to hurt the Greenies.
Yeah, I still feel bad that we referred to number 21 as Cheek. But nonetheless, Peter Lash with a 3-ball.
Rattles that one home.
So Lash with 7 points. That's always a good sign to see. And it looks like Greenies are going to come in with a substitution. This lineup right now is a little exhausted, a little winded, but
it looks to be the starters coming in with Norrance Berry, Jalen McHugh, Justice Agerbo, Brandon Stone, and Trey Austin will all enter the game right now.
And Halverson gets called for a foul. It's going to be the team's 7th. So Cougars in the bonus for the final 4 minutes of this game, but Greenies starters coming back in. And Dalton gets the second one to go. Sorry, I think we just saw a blur. It was a fan running around the court. Sorry about that. A little distracted there. No biggie, though. Greenies turn it over. Now just up by 23, so Cougars slowly cutting into the deficit. I don't know if they'll have enough time left in this game.
It looks to be too little too late here. With 4 minutes left to play, the Greenies up 83-60. Good defense there by Agerbo, breaking up that pass.
Cougars, good ball movement. Trying to find a good shot as Norrance with the quick hands. He deflects that one. Ledbetter's going to check back in.
Number 1, Cole Watkins will sub out.
And the Cougars still with the great ball movement as Watkins. He
in and out.
Yeah, a little toilet bowl action there. Can't get it to go, but LeCue drives, gets fouled, and is going to shoot a 1-and-1, it appears. So Greenies now as well in the bonus for a final 3.5 minutes. So LeCue gets the free throw to go. And LeCue gets the other one.
LeCue, a very good free throw shooter. Usually someone the Greenies can rely on when teams start fouling in late minutes.
And another turnover. That one forced by LeCue and Berry. Good defense right there. Greenies still up by 25. Seems like they've really controlled the second half tempo as well. But they turn over there. But LeCue, oh, he just flushes that one home.
A little over-the-head tomahawk action there.
Yeah, he gets up so easily. It's just so impressive as number 23, Riggs, he tries to get rid of it. And Ledbetter, another 3.
Ledbetter, good shooter for High Point.
And Austin has the ball. He finds Ashabo in the paint. Ashabo's going to work, and what
nice post move there by Ashabo.
What a beautiful move there. That's what he works on at practice. And Ledbetter, deep three. Gets that one to go. Wow.
That was a pure shot.
Wow.
Hit absolutely nothing but net there. As the Greenies will sub back 5 men.
Austin for 3. Misses the rim. And Ledbetter gets the ball back.
He's looking to shoot. Can't get that one to go. Brandon Stone will run the fast break and get called for the charge.
Yeah, good play there by number 2, Kyle Watkins, stepping from big man running down the court.
We will now see Peter Lash, Gabe Witznitzer, Kojak Thompson, Brad Halverson, and Ben Craig coming back in. They look to be the ones who will finish this game out in a 2-3 zone.
So Greeny's showing all defenses as Craig intercepts the pass.
Craig decides to take it himself. Can't get it to go.
Ledbetter with the rebound. So as the Greenies and the Cougars continue to finish out this game, it seems like the Greenies are going to come away with a nice victory here, a good 3A win. With that being said, like we've said multiple times, Greenies will play Providence Day tomorrow at 1, so tune in for that. We hope you do. After that, Greenies going to have a couple more games coming up. They're going to play some conference games against Asheville Christian and Asheville School. And then after that, they'll continue with some more games against some tough opponents. They'll play McEachern again and Oak Hill later this season. So stay aware of the schedule for the Greenies. You can follow the Christ School basketball account on Twitter or follow them online on the Christ School website. But, Ross, what'd you see that was so great tonight from the Greenies?
Energy. They came out ready to play, and they wanted to play. They set the tempo. They played how they want to play basketball, and I think that made a huge difference in the basketball game tonight. And for the most part, they also controlled the boards. Getting good looks and getting the rebounds really helped the Greenies, not letting too many offensive rebounds in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. And I think all of us here have enjoyed this game. I mean, nobody could complain about it. Talked to a couple players at halftime. They seem to have been having a good time, not just because they were winning, but because they were playing well. As Halverson tries to get the M1, he'll go to line and shoot 2.
He looks to put the Greenies' 90th point of the night on the board. High-scoring game we have here.
Yeah, there's no question about that, but when it's a fast tempo and you give up 70, I don't think it's too big of a deal. If you're going to score 90 a game, I don't think many teams can beat you.
No, they cannot. And Deontay Anthony will check in the game for Peter Lash. Peter Lash has played great tonight, making some big threes, making some layups, getting some tough boards.
Oh, yeah. My favorite part about this game is everybody's on the stat sheet, and that's always a good sign. Anytime everybody's on a stat sheet, most of the time the result's going to be a win.
You played very good team basketball if everyone's on the stat sheet. As Ledbetter tried but missed everything.
I was not expecting Ledbetter to be that good of a shooter coming into this game. Watched a couple players warm up, but he impressed me, proved me wrong. As Thompson tried driving, he draws foul with 37 seconds left. He'll go line and shoot 2, so.
This is all but a formality at this point.
You're right. It was a great game. We hope you all enjoyed, because I know we did up here in the booth. And Thompson adds another one.
Well, if you were Coach DePelto, would you have tried to score 100 points earlier?
No. To be honest, at this point, when your team's playing this well, I think it's important to get everybody involved. Now, if the players are playing their game and you happen to get to 100, I mean, that's a good accomplishment. As Ledbetter fires another 3 and can't get it to go, but Riggs with the rebound. And Halverson pokes it out.
Halverson will definitely pickpocket you if you put the ball down, something he's very good at.
And Deontay Green with the rebound, and it looks like the Greenies are going to dribble this one out with 15 seconds left. So a good win for the Christ School Greenies as the clock slowly ticks away and it expires. Final score 93 for the Greenies, 70 for the Cougars. A great 3A win filled with dunks, blocks, fast pace, high intensity, physical. It's got the whole package.
It's got the whole package. That's what I like to see in my basketball games.
We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you tune in tomorrow, 1 o'clock against Providence Day. Thank you for watching this CSBN broadcast. Good night.